What year is this for the school?
This is we started in 2011.
Oh, this is almost.
This will be our 9th year.
And we're on the west side of Detroit.
Yep, northwest side.
This is northwest. So what school? This is old high school?
This was Vandenberg Elementary School.
Oh, it was an elementary school.
It was an elementary school that
and
we
converted.
Closed it? It was closed, and we converted it into a high school.
Got
I
it.
grew up a mile and a half away
So you
from
grew up
here.
on the west side, right?
Exactly.
Now, where was your high school? You went to Southwestern.
I went to Southwestern. I caught 2 buses to get to my high school.
Oh, it was
yeah.
Gotcha.
I went over there to play ball.
Because you wanted to play ball.
Exactly.
But you grew up right here.
I grew up right around the corner.
High school graduates, straight to the league. I ain't waiting for my knee to blow. Yesterday I was kneading this dough. Get it? I was kneading this dough.
So Jalen, we're here at the school. You've been telling me about it for a long time. We're right in the heart of the west side, right where you grew up. What was it like growing up over here?
It was, you learn a lot fast because you get exposed to so many things young. I'm the youngest of 4. I have 2 older brothers and an older sister. Grew up in a single-parent household, so I got exposed to, obviously, the positive things that life have to offer, school and sports and things like that, but I also got exposed to things that I wasn't so proud of, like having friends selling drugs and stealing cars and that type of thing, too. So I think sports was the thing that ultimately gave my life some direction. You know, when your mother has to work from 8 a.m. to 5, that means she leaving at 7:30, not getting home till 6.
Exactly.
That's a lot of time for a young person to get themselves in some trouble, and unfortunately, I found myself in some trouble every now and then.
But your mom was working, and to you was work just like, she's just working just to make sure we can have just something to eat? Or did you look at her as like she's building a career? Did you ever think about work that way?
That's a great question. I didn't. I looked at work as just that, like spinning on a hamster wheel, because I knew that we needed each dime, each nickel, each penny to survive.
And so you looked at money at that age as it's just critical to living. Like you didn't look at it as like, how can we save money? How can we build a career? It's just like, it's critical. But you knew that early that money was critical.
Yeah, well, I knew it was critical because the math just didn't add up. It was 4 of us in the house. I'm the youngest. I got the short end of the stick, and I wanted to start having my own money. So I used to start doing my own hustles. I used to cut grass. I used to shovel snow. I had a paper route. I used to be at Farmer Jack bagging up groceries. Like 10.
When you were earning that money at that age, what were you doing with it?
Eating a lot of Coney Island. That was my thing. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I ate Coney Island every day. Fish dogs, Coney dogs, breakfast. I didn't really have much, the kind of money to where like I could be fresh all of the time. But every now and then I used to be able to save up money.
I'm about to say, did you ever save it and think about saving it?
No doubt.
Like you like to see it stack already
Yeah,
at that age?
no doubt. And I was one of those kids, like I had shoes, I'll wipe them off with a toothbrush, I'll line them up neat in the room, I'll wipe off the tongue with a toothbrush. And then it was trying to get money for basketball shoes. So it was like, at times, how could I get some Patrick Ewing Adidas or the Ralph Sampson Pumas? And so like, my hustles were really what allowed me to be able to do it because I can't keep going to my mother asking her for stuff all the time.
Did you connect basketball with money? Like, oh, basketball equals money.
Well, yes, because my father was the #1 pick in the 1967 draft, Jimmy Walker, but I never met him. So in my head, I was always going to the league.
From what age?
As long as I can remember, Mav. Like, I always envisioned that I was gonna be in the league, and so I kind of live my life like I know I have a secret that everybody else doesn't know.
And was it because you wanted that dream of having the NBA logo across your chest, or you wanted to make money, or both?
It was 3 reasons. 1, I wanted to take care of my mother. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to move out of the hood. I was like, if I get a chance, like I'm gonna lift my family, I'm gonna change the dynamic, I'm gonna change the game, like I'm gonna leave the hood and be able to give back to it. And the other thing is, I wanted to be fresh.
Of course.
People used to be teasing me. You go to school with patches in your pants, holes in your socks. Those were my main things that motivated me more than actually the love of the game and chasing my dream and all of that type of stuff.
Basketball takes you to Ann Arbor. When you were there going through that, you guys become big, you're winning, you're doing that. Did you guys ever think about then that we should be getting paid to play?
It was one thing for me to be hustling and cutting grass and shoveling snow and carrying bags and having paper route to get money. But now I'm in college, I see money. I'm like, a jersey costs, I'm like, that's $100? I'm like, them shoes that we wear cost $200? And then we go to, I think, Chicago. We get a chance to tour the Nike store. Jam will tell you, we walking through there, we all happy, we feeling ourselves, people talking to us and asking us for autographs, taking pictures. And we walked past a display that said, Fab 5 Nikes. So at that point, we was like, we need to be getting paid.
Because somebody's getting paid.
We need to be, so we were like, let me get this right. So we're not getting paid to play ball, but we see that we're selling products more than the other student athletes around the country.
As we talk about money, you obviously had a long, great career in the NBA, made over $100 million.
Say that again.
Over $102 million.
Thank you.
Now you leave Michigan after your second year.
My third, yeah.
Your third. So how old were you, 20?
21.
And now you're a millionaire.
Crazy.
All the way up to making over $100 million because you didn't have any education there. How much of it did you waste?
I spent all of that. Are you kidding me? I spent all of that because I'm 21. I'm like, I'm about to be doing this until I'm 45, man.
Exactly.
See Kareem walking up and down, I could do that. You know what I mean? But also, here's the other thing that I learned. Part of it is just like not having any, body to teach you about money. But this is the crazy part. You buying everything for the first time.
That's what I always talk about that. So the reason we created this show is this idea that two things. An athlete's life is upside down. You've actually had the opportunity now to be post-career and building a whole new career. Most athletes don't get that. They get paid the most money and are the best at their careers at 22, 23.
The youngest.
And I always talk about if you come from a family that doesn't have money,
I'm glad you went
got
there.
to buy everything for the first time.
Yeah.
From your shoes, your clothes, to your house, your mom's house, your car, on that first contract.
No doubt. And stupid dreams that you have. Like, one of my motivations, I was like, if I get to the league, I'm gonna have a jacuzzi tub. I'm gonna fill it up with 40 ounces. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like the G-Thing video. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have girls, we're gonna have the bikinis, we're gonna do all of that. So when I first got drafted, like 4 or 5 of my homeboys lived with me.
Of course.
So there's an irresponsible part, but let me tell you the responsible part about buying things for the first time. You're trying to take care of your mom that did so much for you, or your siblings, trying to help them out, trying to help out your family and friends, because it's one thing for you to be paid, but it don't mean as much if everybody else broke.
What lessons did you learn, especially like to your point, leaving Michigan, you just think, I'm gonna be an NBA player, I'm gonna have millions of dollars. But millions of dollars has no context when you're 21 or 22 and you never had money. So what lessons did you learn going through that?
First lesson, taxes.
Yes.
Like, the world think I got 10 million, but I really got 5.
Exactly.
That's the first thing. And people quick to count your money.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, as soon as the number come out, the $10 million man. Oh, here he come. Oh, I know he buying. And you go from being a part of the crew, a part of the family, to the breadwinner.
Of course.
And the leader.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Decision maker.
That first contract, gone.
So when were you able to start saving on the second?
Second contract.
Did you remember I'm gonna save some of this? Thinking about that consciously?
I remember thinking, when I get this, I ain't giving nobody nothing.
You like, I'm gonna save it all.
Yeah.
Did you even have an idea what you were saving for, or just like, I'm gonna save it?
To change like the dynamics of my family, to try to have a legacy of me growing up in the city and my kids growing up in the suburbs, me going to public school, my kids going to private school. The disappointing thing about our country is that the quality of your education is determined by your zip code.